then US.
And then you go back. Salam Dapoer Gear, ketemu lagi sama saya Ramadisa Akbar, and then we have a special guest today. We have a Ron, all right here, Bumblefoot. Yeah!
How are you?
How are you, Ron?
Good.
Welcome back to Indonesia.
Oh, thank you so much.
This is how many times? 3 times?
No, more than that.
More than that, right? You often
What
go
is
here.
it, 6 times now?
6
It
times?
keeps- yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel, man? You
Oh,
feel
I
like
love it.
very
Always love
jet
it.
lag right now. You're very tired.
I have permanent jet lag. It's just, yeah.
You're still touring around, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. From, let's say, just this past month,
Mm-hmm.
well actually from September, it was, what did I do? I started off, I toured around Japan,
Mm-hmm.
then I went to Thailand, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Romania, Moldova, Poland, Copenhagen, did a couple of days there, and then all around France, and went back and did a bunch of shows in the US, all around the US, and then came back and went to Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and all the way to Netherlands, then France, and then toured around Romania again. And from Romania, just yesterday morning, I got in
Jakarta,
to
right?
here, yeah. And then after here, I'm going to China, and then back to the US. So I just keep zipping back and forth all over the world. Just
So how does it feel, man? Touring all around the world. Still excited or?
It is, but as long as you work in breaks, it's the kind of thing where it's like you have to keep a simmer going. If you do too much at one time and burn out, then you're exhausted for the next 6 months of things, just trying to get your energy back. So it's always trying to pace it in such a way that you can keep on going for a long time.
Okay.
Because really, I've been touring non-stop, I would say.
Yeah.
Since really maybe 2009, I guess, without too many breaks, or maybe 2011.
Wow.
Where it's just to jump from one thing to another, try and squeeze in between a little recording here and there. And yeah, speaking of recordings, this year has been a good year. There's the Bumblefoot album, Little Brother Is Watching. That was my last album that I put out. And David Ellefson of Megadeth, he has his record label EMP Records. So they just grabbed that album and put it out in retail on vinyl for the first time single albums on vinyl.
Cool.
And on CD again.
So we can get it online, right?
Oh yeah. And I have some with me here at High End.
Okay.
I have some CDs. Cool. But also I put out the Art of Anarchy album. Art of Anarchy is a band with Scott Stapp of Creed and John Moyer of Disturbed. And in March we put out an album called The Madness. So we put that album out. And now just last month, another band, Sons of Apollo. That one with Mike Portnoy, Billy Sheehan, Derek Sherinian, Jeff Scott Soto on vocals. And we put out an album called Psychotic Symphony just last month.
So speaking about your going world tour, what is your gear rig that you bring? Is it simple or?
If I'm living in a suitcase, jumping from continent to continent, usually I'll just bring an effects module, something that has all the sounds in it. That's
it's an amp modeling, right?
Yeah, something like that. But honestly, nothing beats a real amp. Nothing beats the true original thing. Just a good guitar.
An amp.
Yeah, just a good tube amp. Give me 100 watts of cooking tubes. So I like to use Engel. Engel amps usually have a head going into just a good cabinet with 4 Celestions pushing air. And then I'll have a bunch of TC Electronic pedals, all the different tone print pedals. Then I'll have the Flashback, the Vortex, the Corona. I'll have a Dunlop wah pedal. I like the 95Q model because that's, most wah pedals you have to like step on the toe end, and it's disruptive. But the 95Q model, as soon as you press down, it activates, like the Bad Horsey. Like Vi's old wah.
You don't need to switch.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like doing this whole dance. You just step on it and it goes. So yeah, I have my custom
Gear.
signature model double neck fretted fretless Vigier. What do you call it? The double B-foot guitar. I have that and plug that into my effects into the angle, and that's it. Good to go. But when I can't fit my half stack in my suitcase, then I'll bring a model or something just for consistency in case I need it. Yeah.
But you prefer doing an analog thing, right?
Oh sure, yeah. It's always the best.
So is it? So now this is like everybody in the forum is trying to compare between analog and digital. So,
Well,
what is your opinion about that?
One is a nice complement to the other. In recording, absolutely. If you can record on analog, you can get the best sound. If you can edit with digital, you'll have the best editing capabilities. So when the two come together, each one has something the other doesn't. When it comes to playing live, now there's so much you can do as far as digital technology, as far as just shaping your sound. That's wonderful. But still, the best sound that you're shaping comes from analog. So it's almost the same idea, where if you maybe have something digital to give you sounds that you just can't get out of nature, out of analog. You have something like that in the signal chain, but you must have something real in the signal chain. You gotta have analog stuff for the air to move, for it to react like a voice. You know, the imperfections you get from a voice, where every time you hit a note, it's not gonna be exactly the same.
Okay.
You want that from the second and third harmonics you get from cooking tunes and all of that. So absolutely analog with just a little sprinkle of digital as needed. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, is it the same rig that you use when you are in Guns N' Roses and right now with your solo thing?
Pretty much the same. With Guns, the signal chain was my guitars going into a TC Nova system that I used for all the sweet stuff, all the polish, all the chorus and delay and reverb, and I would try to boost not with more distortion or just volume when I needed extra energy, but I would use a compressor. And what I liked about the Nova system is their compressor had a very fast release, and when you're dealing with guitars and compression, you want it to react quickly. You want a fast release. If the attack opens up, you can hear the pick, you'll still get the punch of it, but it's the release that is going to give you the next snapshot of your sound very quickly, like 50 milliseconds, something like that, so that it keeps taking the sound and pulling it forward. It's not like you hit a note hard and suddenly your sound disappears for half a second and then slowly comes back. You want it to just keep boom, 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 boom,
in your
right
face.
in your face.
Just put it in your face.
Exactly. So that's what I liked about the TC Nova Systems compressor, is that it had a very fast reaction time. So I would use that for clean stuff so that you can play dynamically, but your sound will always be there. It'll never get lost in the wall of sound that was happening in an arena. So I would use my Engel head, my Engel Invader 100-watt head, all tubes, and through the effects loop I would have the TC Nova system. I would have a Crybaby wah, and from there go into a Marshall half stack that had 4 12s that was in an ISO cabinet that had a door in the back of it that you could open to let some of the sound out, and it almost worked like it was shaping the mid-range a bit by having that escape of sound. So it sounded less like you're playing inside a box. And I would
4x12, the ISO cabinet?
Yeah, so the whole thing would just fit right into this enclosure. And then I would have 2 Audio-Technica 4050 microphones going to front of house. And that was, so still fairly simple.
All right.
And then on the road, I would have also just an Engel half stack, and pretty much the same thing, only now I would have, instead of a TC Nova system, I'm using a lot of the TC Electronic tone print pedals. That's pretty much it.
Wow, it's cool. It's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, simple is best. The most direct route from point A to point B is the best.
All right, cool. So now you're in High-End Experience 17 right now. So how does it feel to fly from Rome to here right now? It's a very long flight.
Yeah. I'm getting used to long flights. Living on airplanes. Absolutely, it was a warm welcome as soon as I got here. So High-End, they have a nice setup. In fact, right behind me, you can see a lot of the beautiful Vigier guitars.
Cool. All right, Ron. Thank you. Good luck for your project
Thank
and
you,
upcoming
Trinidad.
project. Thank you so
you
much.
so much.
Can't wait to see you right now on stage.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Dapoer Gear. Salam Dapoer Gear. See you around.
Thank you.
suka sama Dapoer Gear, jangan lupa sekali lagi subscribe channelnya youtube.com/dapoergearmusik. Oke? youtube.com/dapoergearmusik. Terus kirim komen, terus juga kirim requestnya, mau apa aja, mau nanya, silahkan. Oke? Sampai ketemu. Salam Dapoer Gear.